Introducing the 2018-2 Schrödinger release. Let's take a look at some of the new improvements and features. In Maestro, the measure tool has been enhanced to handle special ring measurements. Now, one can measure ring to ring, or ring to atom distances, where each ring is defined by the ring centroid, or measure the angle between the planes of two rings. Dihedral adjustments have also been enhanced, where now rotating a dihedral updates the dihedral angle in the workspace as adjustments are made. A new ability to instantly flip spirocenters is now available. Simply right-click on the spirocenter, choose Additional Edits, Flip Spiro. This will automatically flip the smaller side of the molecule. To make the larger side flip, simply shift-click and select an additional atom on the larger side of the molecule, and then choose Flip Spirocenter. For structures with vibrational data, as generated by a Jaguar frequency calculation, the display of the vibrational motion of the atoms can now be represented with arrows, ideal for saving as images, but also can be combined with the animation if desired. Down in the Workspace config, a new option to control the display of the Workspace Navigator is available. It's also available from the Window menu, where you can see that it conveniently maps onto the keyboard shortcut Command or Control E. This keyboard shortcut allows you to hide or reveal the Workspace Navigator with ease, great for instantly expanding your workspace real estate. Building upon the success of Opel S3, the new Opel S3E force field brings further refinements and improvements. Opel S3E includes a 3 times expansion of torsion parameters to reduce parameter transferability errors such that molecule pairs that would previously share the same parameter assignments are now differentiated. Opel S3E also includes a more accurate treatment of charges, most notably for novel heterocycles. It introduces a strategy to use on-the-fly fitted charges to QM based on the full ligand, but with an Opel S3 bias that can be scaled up for functional groups problematic for QM or scaled down for functional groups poorly covered by Opel S3. Overall, the new advances in Opel S3E lead to improved accuracies in FEP+ binding affinity predictions. Speaking of FEP+, other improvements to FEP accuracy have been brought about from the support of charge perturbations via an alchemical water protocol. For example, when mutating a neutral molecule to a charged molecule, the protocol simultaneously turns on the interaction between an ion of the opposite charge with the environment. Other FEP enhancements include an improved Grand Canonical Monte Carlo or GCMC water relaxation. The GCMC enhances the sampling of water in buried pockets, preventing issues where water molecules can get trapped in binding pockets if present initially, or if binding pockets remain empty if no water is present initially. The FEP+ panel also continues to evolve. Now, map options for topology type and defining custom cores are presented whenever generating or updating a new map. Representative structures for each node in the FEP map can also be viewed by simply right-clicking on the node and choosing Show Representative Structures. Each representative from the corresponding edge will appear in the workspace, conveniently tiled to allow for pose comparisons. Trajectory data for each edge can also be easily accessed from the panel, either via right-clicking an edge or clicking Show Trajectories. Other minor improvements include the ability to add experimental binding affinity from file, seeing more detailed information about statistical data in correlation plots, and having the change in experimental affinity also available in the Activity Cliffs tab. Over in ligand docking, there is a new option to define core atoms using maximum common substructure, or MCS. The core is defined independently from the MCS of the docking ligand and the core containing molecule. While in pharmacophore screening, results now include the hypothesis used in the screen, shown as the first entry in the group of screening hits, similar to how receptor entries are shown as the first row in docking results. Having the hypothesis easily available allows for convenient experimental recall. Finally, in Maestro, the preference to always show panels on top of the main window now works for all panels. This is ideal for certain users who prefer to keep their application panels always in view and above the workspace. And over in NIME, the glide ligand docking node now resembles the corresponding panel over in Maestro and includes support for various docking constraints. In the 2018-2 release, we're pleased to announce the beta version of the new reaction-based enumeration wizard, featuring pathfinder analysis for the quick and easy ideation of synthetically tractable compounds. Let's take a brief walkthrough of the new panel and highlight some of the new key features. Starting with the first option. Here, we use pathfinder analysis to plan an enumeration route using synthetically reasonable reaction paths based on a user-provided compound. So, we begin by loading in a compound, such as a known hit or lead. Next, we review the various pathways generated from the pathfinder analysis. Some paths, like this amide coupling reaction, consist of only one step, while others break the reaction into multiple steps. For example, here we see a Suzuki reaction followed by an amide coupling to give us our original input compound as the final product. We can also see the generic form of the reaction. So here, the goal is to choose a reaction and decide which fragments we can enumerate or remain constant. R group enumeration would involve replacing the methylpyridine or morpholine side chains, or both, while core hopping could be achieved by swapping out the imidazopyridine core. So with a reaction selected, we'll proceed to define the reactants. At the top, we see the reaction with a hover tooltip reminding us of the reaction with our original reactants that formed our input compound. In this example, we'll keep reactant 1 constant by setting it to the original reactant. As for reactant 2, which corresponds to the morpholine, we'll use the suggested default set of primary and secondary amine reactants. Your own collection of reactants can be loaded from File, or browse through our internal library of reactants culled from the eMolecules building blocks. You even have the option to create your own reactant libraries by smarts. Filtering can be performed on both reactants and the enumerated products based on physicochemical properties. With the reactants defined, we can kickstart the enumeration job. The results contain the group of newly enumerated synthetically tractable compounds here in the project table. The reaction-based enumeration wizard also allows you to choose from a set of inbuilt library of common reactions encoded by RDKit Reaction Smarts. And it includes the ability to combine sequential reactions to form routes. Overall, the reaction-based enumeration wizard, although still in a beta version, serves as a powerful and simple workflow for performing R group enumeration and core hopping to generate synthetically tractable new ideas. These are just a few highlights of the 2018-2 Schrödinger release. For the complete list of all previous enhancements and features, visit schrödinger.com/new features.